I really don't know if I'm going to be able to get a chance to do this again. I think there's a plan to demolish the Collegeville housing projects and to redo it out here, build some kind of affordable housing or something. I got to get more details on that. But here I'm in the heart of Collegeville housing projects. I'm on the street where I grew up on 32nd Avenue. I'm going to try to give you some kind of bird's eye tour of the projects as they exist today. And just take a ride with me. This is Lee Pitts in Birmingham, Alabama. And we'll take a look. We're looking live at the Collegeville housing projects. All my friends who grew up here, this is what we're looking like on the inside. I was lucky enough to get inside the projects now. And I'm turning off at 32nd Avenue onto 30th Avenue. And I'm moving down through here. And right here was where the blind man store used to be, y'all. Remember the old blind man store? So this is that back area. So I'm coming around here. I'm on 30th Avenue now. Turning down 31st Avenue. Just giving you a bird's eye tour of Collegeville Projects. They probably won't be here in the future soon. That's where Nana Knowles used to live, the great basketball player. The back door of the Means house. Everybody who grew up out here know about the Means sisters, the gorgeous sisters. Going over here with not Cedric Tatum, but Fred Rouse and all them used to live. Back there, tot lot. We're moving through. It's something for me to see. I don't get home as often, and I certainly did not get a chance to see the slow deterioration of these projects, but I have to keep in mind that they're very old and they need a total renovation or a total government uplift or rebuild. And housing projects as we know them now have been reimagined. That's down there where Ronnie Butler used to live. Ronnie, I know Ellie Key, all y'all, we used to run up and down here. We used to race on this street right here. Letting y'all see this. Right here is the back door where I used to live. Right there where you see that barbecue pit. To the left there, those windows, all of that's where I used to live. With the back door, that's 32nd Avenue through there. We're mostly seeing backyards here. Everybody, letting y'all see that it's all boarded up. A lot of these units are boarded up. My understanding, again, this is Lee Pitts in Collegeville Projects with Lee Pitts Live. I'm recording this for the history's sake. My understanding is that they're gonna tear these down and do something new. Probably Section 8 type, not Section 8, but a Hope 6 type things that we see in Florida. You get all that boarded up right there. We're coming around here. Deborah Stevenson, that's where you used to live, back up in here. Okay. We're coming up on 30th Avenue again. Collegeville Projects, inside. There's that dumpster. When we used to set those dumpsters, well, they used to set those dumpsters on fire and put my name in it. Back across there, you would go through here. It's all secured up now, and they've boarded up, and they got a flyover here, like a little bridge, finally over the railroad tracks in case somebody have an emergency, need to get to the hospital. All of those trains used to just be sitting there. We're turning down David Gordon, the Gordons used to hold this down. And back up in here, the Butlers, Ronnie Butler, Ellie Key, Cherie, all of that. Back here used to be a tot lot, little playground. It's no longer here. Used to have some great games with Cedric Tatum back there. The Tatums live right here. Fred Rouser, the Tatums, the whole works. All of them lived on this unit. Great athletes came from here. Great athletes, all sports. Sports fanatics. I'm wondering if these dumpsters are that old. From the time we were here in the 70s. They probably are. They've been through a lot. They got burned, the works. I'm gonna continue on this tour on out of here. See the front of our place. Right now we're still on, we made the circle, y'all recall, on 30th Avenue. And this might well be the documented version of these before they completely tear them down. I think most people have moved out. And right here where we, right here, I'm gonna switch back over, but the US pipe doesn't exist anymore. All of that land is contaminated with all types of toxic fumes, and it caused a lot of people here to get sick and die in the Collegeville, North Birmingham area. A lot of lawsuits from all these factories that were here during the 60s and the 70s and the 50s and the 80s and the 90s, putting all that pollution out, and we were inhaling that. You know, even I was inhaling it as a child, so I don't know what the long-term ramifications would be for me, but I know a lot of people have suffered all types of asthma, heart disease, lung cancer, and everything. And we essentially, when we're living here, we're living inside the plant yard. And a lot of the labor came from these areas where people worked to make ends meet. And it was considered a really good job. So these projects are surrounded by industrial type plants, steel plants. And you could, you know, illegally, you could go and work there when you were in high school. A lot of my friends and people that I grew up with, they quit school and got good jobs in the plant that were considered really good jobs. So we're gonna come up, I'm gonna, you know, I feel safe enough, you know, because I grew up here, but nobody knows me. I'm in the car just to make my way through. I'm gonna show you the front yard of where I live. Coming through here, Drew, everybody, these are y'all units, man. We're on 32nd Avenue. Back on 32nd Avenue, if you see your address, that's yours. Try to get in everything over here. Yeah. 3096, 3098, 32nd Avenue. You get to 3095, I think we passed it. 3095, no, it's 3095 right here. 3095 right here. That's where I grew up. 3095, 32nd Avenue. That's the tree I used to hit when I used to practice my boxing. That's the tree, 3095. That's the dumpster. I used to get bottles out of it to pay for my swim lessons too. And we used to shoot hoops right there in that little electrical thing that takes the meter for the electricity. Going across the street here, Drew, that's y'all place, man. Drew, that's y'all place, man, upstairs and down, bro. They used to be up there, the band used to be up there, everything, Mr. Keenan, all that. It's that legendary unit right here. Drew, check it out, man. Right here in the projects, bro. Right over here. Little Mike, all them, Michael Rice, Rennie, Vanessa Neely. Vanessa, this you guys. 3105, 3107, 3103. Boom, closing off, going down to the end of 32nd Avenue. I'm in here. Safely in here. On 32nd. Right here's the end. There's the flat where Gary and everybody used to live right there on that flat. That's the flat, Pew. That's y'all unit. Right here on 32nd. Coming out 32nd. Coming out 32nd. Going back to what used to be Callaway. Now it's Shutterworth. Right out here. That's that flyover. Making that left. Tour Collegeville. That's Hudson, folk. That's Hudson Elementary School. That's Hudson Elementary School. Right here, we're taking the car for 33rd. It's Hudson Elementary School. And coming up on Hudson Elementary School, it's been reimagined and torn down. There's the kids out there, man. The kids out there at Hudson. Storytelling time. Wow, it's where I went to elementary school. They rebuilt it. Thank you. Thank you. Hudson, 8 through K. K through 8. Right over there. Remember that restaurant used to be there? The name escapes me. Y'all know. Right? Get those bologna sandwiches that were burnt. It was great. I can't think of it. I know y'all shouting it out. Shout it out. Type it in the comment section. In Collegeville. Lee Pitts Live is in Collegeville. A full tour of the Collegeville Hudson Bombardiers. Hudson School. Used to be Hudson Elementary School. The Bombardiers. The Hudson Bombardiers, like they changed the name. I see a ram there. Maybe they got away from that violence of a bomb. Come on, man. The Bombardiers, you can't change that name. Carver Rams, that's fine. Not the Hudson Rams. That's over there at Montgomery Store. Montgomery Store Classic. Used to be a dry cleaners right next to it called Roofs. Everybody went there, got their clothes cleaned in the hood. Black owned. Black owned. Black owned, making that circle around Hudson. I'm just gonna let it run, man. I'm just gonna talk this all the way through. I'm talking this all the way through. Y'all can't sit through this. That's on you. I'm gonna run this. This is the back of Collegeville Projects where we used to get through the gate right there, play football back there. Lots of football. Good to see the people out there reading to the kids under the trees. Man, I hope these kids have, get something out of it, get an opportunity in life. I got to where the kids go? Black kids. It's all look like it's still all black schools. Segregation, integration, all of that. Desegregation of the schools never happened out here. These schools are still segregated. I'm not gonna be able to go down there today. I'll get that on my way back probably. Let me go get something to eat. Mom's got some food for me. But check this out. All right, so we're coming down here. Y'all recall Huntsville Road. I was saying Callaway, but it's Huntsville Road. Old Huntsville Road, Montgomery Store right there. Okay, making that turn. Everybody who's from the neighborhood know everything here. I'm in here documented. We don't know how long this stuff is going to still be here. Gentrification and just this whole process over here. They got to figure it out. Everybody has moved out. Hudson. Take a look. That's Christian Valley Church. Back over here to Hudson. Yeah, it looks like they called it Ram Country. They got rid of Hudson Bombardiers. It makes no sense. All right, Scoop. I know y'all looking at this, so I'm going up the street here. I'm gonna circle back out. Y'all identify things as we go. Circling back out. Yep, that's Gus. Remember Gus? Gus used to sell that food. All right, so I'm over here by Gus now, everybody. Everybody who from the neighborhood know where I am. Over here by Gus. Going down that street where Gus was on. Here we go. Y'all haven't been out here in a minute. Here we go. Coming down here, street that Gus is on. This is like Pratt Brown old house where Pratt Brown used to live. And over here is where Sherry Thomas them used to live, but they tore that down. We continue. All right. Okay. I never forget Pratt Brown back house because I used to play hoops back there. And everybody who knows, my background and how I ended up being a pretty decent basketball player, in all modesty. But y'all didn't know I used to play a lot back in the back of Pratt Brown's house, and playing against Pratt Brown was the ultimate competition. The guy, just a great competition. He was about 2 years older than me, and that was the best thing that happened to me when I was around 6th, 7th grade, playing against Pratt Brown. Bigger dude, quicker, stronger, very competitive, wouldn't give you anything. And I would credit Pratt Brown, playing against Pratt Brown as and starting to be able to compete with Pratt Brown later on. is the single most reason why my basketball game just accelerated as time went on. And by the time I was in high school, I had a pretty well-respected basketball game. Coming down your street, Scoop. Ralph the Bot Levon. Oh yeah, we're coming down here. And in a minute we're gonna get to where that's the name of that store used to be. To get the name of that guy walked like Fred Sanford. It was a popular black-owned store. It was right here. Now they got buses right here. We used to come here all the time. Willie Thomas store, I think that is his name. Yeah, I think it was Willie Thomas. Wow. We're coming up on the back of Christian Valley. Here we go. Look at some of these familiar houses. They still hanging in here. These property values are almost at zero, I would assume. I don't know if anybody is really moving out here, but people will move in. You know, what you'll end up seeing, though, is Spanish people will move out here and fix these houses up. And the next thing you know, this will be a little Mexico. Like they build a church right next to Christian Valley. It's the old Christian Valley right there. They built a new Christian Valley, and that's something. I see a lot of people, you know, in wheelchairs and things of that nature. I don't know if that came from the tough life of working in the factories. I don't know if some people wanted to get out of the area and couldn't, or they just, you know, they got their properties and, you know, I'm not trying to speak negatively on anybody. I lived over here. When I lived over here, though, you know, from my eyes as a kid, it was it's a nice community. Especially this part, we used to look up to these people who lived out here, you know, outside of the projects. We called them the old projects area. And this is U.S. Pipe people from the backside. From my studies, I know this is called a Brownsfield. So what do I mean by Brownsfield? This is land that is contaminated. It's got poison in it. It's gonna be very difficult to resell this land because factories left all those toxic fumes that are in the ground, and they are dangerous to you to live in and breathe and all of that. So it makes this land out here where all these factories were located very decreased in value, because once they closed those factories down, all that stuff that was put off from the factory, all the afterburn of all these materials in the soil now, and all those fumes and poisons are known to cause cancer and all other types of things. So all these leftover factories out here, this type of land, to bring this land back to life will be billions and billions of dollars, because they would have to dig so far in the ground, remove all this old dirt and put new dirt in. I don't want to get too technical with y'all, my friends, but these are the types of things that I studied over the years in my banking capacity when we would make loans to companies that wanted to build in certain areas, and certainly some of them wanted to build their stores and their restaurants and apartment complexes and things of that nature in what's called a Brownsfield area. Will Country. You might want to know we're up here on Vice Hill. The great Will Country. Will, this is what's going on where you live. This is what's going on where you live right here. I don't know what this is going to be. Looks like they're building some kind of tent right here. I don't know. I have no idea, Will. This is where it is. We're going up here off Fountain Height in Fairmount. Going up in the hills of Fairmount. The hills of Fairmount. It's been a great tour. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I'm up here near Vice Hill, Fairmount, and I'm gonna take a break. I'll be back later.